Well, hello everybody. How are you doing? Becky Rainey here. And today I just wanted to come to you live and talk to you about some crazy, amazing things going on for, setting goals and planning for 2024. And, how was 2023 for you? A lot of us go through life, and I'm actually really having like this aha moment, and I wanted to share it with you. Larry and I were talking about like how did 2023 go for us, and we were realizing that some of the levels of the game that we're playing could be better. And as we were reviewing, we had actually listened to a training that doTERRA had given to some of their high leaders. And I wanted to share some of that training with you and actually help you maybe set some goals for 2024 and like review 2023. And we can't move forward without looking back. And, so many times we don't look back because maybe it wasn't as pretty. You just wanted to just move on, especially when the pandemic years, we just wanted to move on with with those years. And really um going through and setting what happened last year and really reviewing it is really powerful and important. And hi, Terry. I think that's Terry that's on right now. Just finished racquetball. Good for you. See, that's a great goal to have. I love that you share that with me. And so I'm going to challenge you to actually go and look back and see all the good things, all the really amazing good things that you're proud of that you did last this past year. And sometimes we don't acknowledge ourselves for the hard work you put into things. Maybe people didn't acknowledge us or acknowledge you, when you're thinking about all the accomplishments that you did. And actually, it could be a little thing. Like maybe you accomplished something that you've been wanting to get after for a long time, like maybe cleaning a bedroom or throwing away some things or, things like that. It could be maybe joining another club. Like I joined a garden group club that just to get out of the house and meet new people. And I love flowers. I love growing things. And I've been having so much fun in this group. It's just been really fun learning new things, something that just pulls my brain out of the regular things that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. And it's been really just great. So things like that, like if you can actually take a minute and write these things down, like give yourself some acknowledgement and maybe ask your spouse the same thing. And it will really be just a powerful way to just engage in a conversation. Maybe your friends, your girlfriends, your whoever you have in your life, share with what I did this amazing thing last year. As I'm reviewing, I just am really proud of this that I accomplished. And so I would like you to write those things down, like in our Facebook group page, like what those things were, which you accomplished, and I want to just acknowledge you for that because I've been working at this suicide prevention center in Everson, and I've been coaching people, and it's just been like, wow, I that wasn't even on my radar. Do I even have the skills and qualifications to do that? Oh my gosh, and but it's been incredible. Like I've been just mind blown about the amazing opportunity that this has been for me. And I'm learning, I'm growing, and just stretching and growing and learning has always been just really powerful. But I've been using this actual conversation with some of my clients regarding what did you do last year? Do you actually acknowledge yourself for some of the things that you have not done? And I was sharing with one person, and we realize that we are amazing moms, amazing spouses, but sometimes you have been married for a long period of time and you don't recognize or you don't thank the spouse for the things that they do. And so things like that are um, just acknowledging people around you for the power and the contribution that they are to you in your life. So the next slide here I want to talk to is I just want to set the scene. Like when you're playing the life, you're this is a theater scene, and this guy who gave this seminar, his name is Justin Sua, and he's a life coach and a motivational speaker for a lot of the sports teams and stuff. And he was talking about planting the scene where everything has to be in place, like the lighting, and everybody has their scripts and all this stuff. And it just you can actually think about all the things that come into play in your life. The kids have to do stuff, the things going on, your work, your job, all these things. There's so much going on. But if you prepare, like when you're putting a movie together, they actually prepare their lives. Like they prepare how the script's gonna go. They memorize a lot of the scripts. They do all these things. There's a lot of planning involved, is what I'm getting at. They just don't all of a sudden have a camera there, like maybe I'm doing this Facebook Live, might be like that. But you want to have some plan and structure in place to be able to have a powerful program. Like, what is your programming for your future in your life? And so, this guy here, it's a great coach. He talks about everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. And, sometimes life doesn't go the way you think it's going to go. And that's okay. That's part of those challenges and those life lessons that we have that challenges the way is a really good book I'm reading right now. That these challenges are, you almost want to start looking for challenges because that is what has you stretch and grow. And with my team in India right now, we're doing a program called Rise to Foundership. And this is a structure, like a plan put in place for trainings, for really pushing people and stretching them to move and grow past what they normally would do. And so I'm asking you today, like, what are the challenges that you're putting in your life that you're stretching and growing and really want to make an impact for you in your life? And part of that plan, what if you get punched in the face? How are you going to work through that obstacle? What are you going to say? And are you preparing for the being punched in the face to be able to move past that upset or that spiraling down that can happen? In the moment, you can choose how to make that happen. What are you going to do about it? If you have all these plans and goals in your life for what 2023, we always have these New Year's resolutions and you have all these plans. And sometimes, right, the first upset that happens, which could be day three in January, you stop your resolutions. You don't even go back and work on them, right? Because you got upset, a challenge happened, wah. And life is challenging. That is how we grow. And so if we can look at that upset as, oh, this is a challenge. Okay, so I'm going to stretch and grow through this in order to get and open the door to get to the other side. I have to figure out that pathway and that way to make that happen. And I just so love that. Like looking at a challenge instead of it's taking me back 10 steps and I can't do this, and believing and listening to this little voice in our head that I'm telling you is not your friend. If you can learn to actually shut that voice up, that's that negative, that agreement person, that little agreement voice that says it's okay, you don't have to do it tonight, or don't push yourself, like, you're not good enough, or what are you trying to fool yourself for? All of these voices that we hear are little voices that are not our friend. And I'm challenging you as part of your New Year's resolutions to actually come up with affirmations, like come up with things to help you walk through the doorway of that challenge and slide into the next challenge, the next option or opportunity in front of you to grow. A lot of people are just, especially after the pandemic. I was talking to Larry about this. It's like, um, some people say, "Gosh, Becky, you traveled to India 3 times in 18 months. You went to Tanzania." So, in other words, you traveled four times internationally, um, and most people weren't even able to travel to Bellingham. And how did you do it, Becky? And I'm like, wow, I didn't think that that was too big of a challenge. Yes, it was a growth. I had to figure out how to get not have the vaccine and get through travel. I had to figure out all these things, but that was what my commitment was to my growth and my who I want to be for the world. Like what is your why? Like who do you want to be for the world? And what challenges are going to come up for you to be able to move through that and to make a real huge impact? Like Mike Tyson, he actually been punched in the face lots of times. How many times have you been punched in the face and stopped your growth and allowed that to stop? And so working through your why and get passionate about it. Like I am so passionate to bring in these oils to everyone in their home, and trying to find my voice and to be able to move through that is my challenge. I am not comfortable doing these Facebook Lives, but I realize it's not about me. And I have to stop thinking about what people think about me doing these and how that's going to go. But I have to realize that and I have, that this is about making a difference and making a helping people live their best self, really impact themselves, to find their voice, to make a difference, to heal people, to really truly be an impact in the world. And what is your legacy? So as we move into that conversation, I'm going to ask you, first, you got to look at 2023 and take a hard look. What didn't work, what worked, and learn from that punch in the face when you allowed your voice, that little guy on your that little voice in your head to stop you from moving forward, and what affirmations you can to put in your space, or what things you could have done different. What could you have implemented? What structures could you put in place? What areas do you need to learn to be able to move through that door of stretching and growing, and to be bigger than you know yourself to be? And so when we're going to look at, this is a baseball player, Jeff Springs. Now I don't know much about him, but Justin Sua was using him as an example of not being a very good a pitcher, and he practiced. We forget about life is all about practicing. You know, you hear about doctors have their medical practice. They're just practicing in life, right? And they know things, and they know things because every time they see a patient, it's like new information, new ways to look at it, peeling the onion, and going through that kind of stuff. So, we look at through practicing life, we want to have mentors in our life, people who are going to guide us through different ways to get through those obstacles. And, counseling, a lot of people have a life coach, and I'm an essential emotions coach. So I love to be able to help people find breakthroughs in what actual emotion is stopping them through their lives. What it could be things of what you tell yourself, like I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve that much money, or whatever those things are. But having that coach, and all baseball teams, all football teams, they have a powerful coach. And sometimes that coach has to slap you and punch you in the face, right? And tell you, hey, look at this. Is this really what you want? Do you really want to buy into that voice in your head that's not allowing you to live your best self? And I bet you to guess that if you can learn to know all the different things to be able to move past that, it'll be just so impactful and so powerful. So the next thing here is the questions that I really want to go through. And this is the pretty much the last slide that I'm going to talk about. And I want you to take a screenshot of this, print this out, and really do this homework. Like, what am I grateful for this past year? And I want you to really acknowledge yourself for that. Like, were you a really good mom? Did you do a marathon? Maybe you just mowed the lawn. I mean, like, some things could be just a huge breakthrough, no matter what level and where you are in your life right now. Write those down and take a minute to acknowledge yourself. I want you to take that a step further, and and see if there's an affirmation in that. Like, as you acknowledge yourself, how did you feel? What emotion did you create that's a good emotion? Like, were you laughing? Like, visualize that whole picture and see what that was, and I want you to recreate that through time to time through your life, through this next year when you come into a challenge, okay? What hard thing did you overcome? Like, what hard thing did you overcome? And, I can go back and look at, like, planning my tour to India and going to, like, I think it was 18 cities, and doing all these classes, meeting all these new people, being vulnerable, traveling in a car to areas that I don't even know where we're going, and setting up structures around me so that I knew I was safe, and that I knew, making sure there's a hotel space for me to go to, making sure that my family knew every hotel phone number, every location I was gonna be on certain days, so that they knew how to get a hold of me if they knew how. And, all these things are structures that I put in place to overcome. I learned that from reviewing my prior year, from my prior experience. So having that, you just get better. Just like the baseball player, you get better every year when you're practicing, having those coaches and moving through that. But you want to be intentional with that, right? What did 2023 teach me? That is different than what did you overcome? Like, yeah, it seems similar, but what did you learn from that? What moved you past that? What had you move through the door or not? right? What had you move through the door? And what lesson is that you can implement? And so I was talking to Larry, we were listening to another training. See that personal growth and development we get through trainings. And that personal training that we were doing was all talking about how to do a class with doTERRA. Like, what's the sales technique? What's all this stuff? And like Larry was saying, oh, she's trying to sell me something again for next year, and I'm not going to do that. And I don't, da da da. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's not what he's trying to sell you, it's how he is selling you. Like, what are the techniques he's using? How is he improving on it? Where is his voice inflections? What obstacles is he helping people move through to be better at what they're doing, right? Is he finding their pain points and being able to help them? So, sometimes when we're doing lessons, we are only listening at the words and not actually seeing how that can be something we can learn for and improve on. What positively impacted my life this year? How am I different than the person I was in January of last year? Like, really doing a deep dive and analyzing these questions, because sometimes that personal growth is actually someone else's growth too. Especially like you could see it really impactfully, like for moms and parents when they have children. When you grow and you learn something about that, your children see you grow and learn. They learn with you and through you. And so think about the different people around you that you're impacting. And I know for me, being a leader for my India team, for my United States team, what am I doing different and growing? I really see a lot of growth in India, but why am I not putting that into play for United States, right? And being able to help focus on that. So my goals for 2024 is I'm going to strengthen my relationship with my team in United States more and more so. And I'm going to become a different person, as a better, stronger leader for them to help them find their pathways to move forward. And then what am I going to need to start doing? I'm going to put a structure in place. We're going to be doing classes consistently every week. Now we're going to be doing a um, program in our uh, Healthy Habits group page. And if you're not a member of that Healthy Habits group page, I'll be sure to put that in the chat here so you can join that group. We're going to be doing the Meta Power, learning about the Meta Power. We're going to be doing the detox program, learning how we can start our new year with a clean, happy, healthy body. We're going to be talking about the lifelong vitality supplements. We're going to be talking about the protein powders and all these wonderful things to be helping you live your best life in January. We're going to repeat that in February so you can bring on new people in your family and to be able to join the movement, right? And and then also part of this, what do you need to stop doing? Oh my gosh, you guys, I know this is pathetic, but we hear this every year from so many people. I'm going to stop. I really, really am going to stop sugar. Like, I'm making a declaration right now that you're not going to see sugar in my life. If you see sugar in my hand, slap it out of my hand. um, yeah, that accounts for, yeah, if you invite me over for your birthday and you have a birthday cake, nope, not eating it. Please don't take it personal, but I'm really wanting to make a power and impact for my life. And I know that sugar is bad for our bodies. We are teaching health, and that is not a good example, right? And so, what do I need to keep doing? Well, I'm going to keep doing so many things. I'm going to be consistent. I'm showing up. I am going to be your strength. You can feed off my energy to help build your strength. If you want to make an impact in your finances, we have doTERRA. This is a good pathway for you if you're interested in learning how you can have a residual income to maybe help pay for that car loan. Still keep your job, but maybe that kind of stuff. I'm here for you. And I have lots of systems and structures to help you get past and through those challenges in that doorway to be successful with it. Now, what small thing can I do to get better? 1% every day? What is that for you? What is that for you? Maybe that is one less meal. If you're wanting to lose weight, going for a walk. One thing that you could do 1% better every day, and that is a huge improvement because if you do 1% better in 10 days, is that 10% better? Think about the impact that you can really be when you just keep improving 1% every day. Now, earlier in this call, I talked about what your why is and that passion. Like Mike Tyson, when he gets punched in the face, what has him get up off the ground and keep moving? To take another punch in the face, right? When they're in the ring and fighting, that is what they do is they punch each other. So life is like that, where we get punched in the face every day, and you have to have a strong, powerful why. Why are you doing this? What was Mike Tyson's why? And for me, my why for helping people be healthy, happy, is I want people to stop suffering. I'm working at a suicide prevention center, and people are suffering out there. And it has to start with you making those choices and those decisions constantly, improving those habits and making impact for you in your life. It's a choice and a decision. And some people's why are their children. Some people's why are they have no money in their bank account. Some people's why are um, like, I just want to have a better life. And I sit there and think about conversations that people are living at and their energy level. And I don't mean to say this in a negative way, but it is the truth. And I can't figure out a better way to say it. But people who live in a complaining, excuse life, if you're a person who complains and has excuses, gossips, that is the lowest energy level you can live in. That's what I call the sewage level. And when you're swamping around, sloshing around in the sewage, it stinks. The more you complain about something, the more you deal with other people's complaints. When you agree with them, you're just moving yourself down to that lower level. So don't do it, right? And if you are wanting to improve yourself, surround yourself by 5 people that you know can make a difference and an impact in your life. Raise up your level of conversations. Don't allow those levels of sewage conversations, complaining, gossiping, and stuff be part of your life anymore. Just like I said, I don't want to have sugar in my life. I'm going to stop eating sugar. I'm going to, if I hear you complaining about something, I'm going to stop you and say, hey, that's not the kind of conversation I want to be a part of. I want to help you walk through the doorway of empowerment. And that is part of a mindset that I want to be an impact for you in your life. So, do you agree with me? Are you willing to accept that and take that on? And so, yeah, you guys, let's make 2024 be the best year ever by making an impact and making an improvement on how you look at New Year's resolutions and how you want to make a true impact for it's not all about you, it's for others in your life. And so basically, I like this little diagram. This guy is a wood carver, and I think it might be limestone, I'm not sure, but just chiseling away little piece by little piece, little bits every day, like that 1% in your life. Like every day, if you improve something, you're chiseling away and getting rid of things that you don't like and bringing in things that you do like and molding a masterpiece. And so, Michelangelo, I believe it's Michelangelo's statue in Europe or wherever he is, where that was chiseled away, and they asked them, like, "How did you do that statue? How did that come together for you?" And he said, "I just took away one piece at a time, and there he was. He was there the whole time." So consider, you are already a masterpiece. You are already there in your life. Let's help you bring your voice out. Let's help you live your best life and make a huge difference and impact for others. Because we really, truly, everybody, I think it's part of their makeup, part of people inside themselves. They want to make a difference, they want to matter. And so let's help you do that for 2024. Reach out to me if you have any questions. You guys, thank you for joining me today. I hope this was helpful. I look forward to hearing your answers and the response below. And may God bless you for Christmas. Have a beautiful holiday. And let's look forward to an amazing, powerful, impactful 2024. Talk to you soon. All in on oils, everybody. God bless. Bye.